things differently because of what happened to us, you got to think like this. That's all that's really happening. We got shook up and now things look shaky because our senses and our brain is very powerful, and it made things look different and changed because, okay. But instead of freaking out and exasperating the feeling to the point where things are even more shaky because of our anxiety that we're creating, the word here, the key word is creating. Today I'm going to teach you how to reprocess that type of pain or suffering or creating the wrong thing in your system, in your vestibular system. To reprocess, of course, there's actually a physical mechanism that has to heal, whether you have BPPV, the positional vertigo, and there's crystals that have to be maneuvered from after a diagnosis from an ENT or a neurologist who knows how to do the Epley maneuver for you and put the crystals back into the right canals of your ears. If there's a physical mechanism causing your shakiness, like vestibular migraine, which I have, and you have a food trigger or a lot of food triggers like I have, and the weather, the barometric pressure, which I have also, things are physically happening, which is true. It's true. Things are really physically happening. But just like I'm sitting in this car right now, just as I'm sitting here in this car, and things are not moving right now because I'm just chilling and I'm sitting, and I don't feel anything. I feel good right now. I'll feel the same when I'm walking. I don't have the symptoms anymore. I mean, unless I completely trigger myself with the wrong food, which I'm avoiding right now until I heal even more. But in order to get back to smooth sailing instead of feeling like you're on a boat, I'm saying smooth walking, I should say. Part of it is not freaking out. As simple as that. I'm telling you guys, if you look at this like it's a recovery and a challenge, and you stay active, but not so active where you're going to come back home dizzy. When you could come back to your baseline after a little activity and just get back, sit down again like I am right now. If you continue with that type of therapeutic behavior where you get some vestibular therapy, if it was recommended or referred or prescribed by your doctor, where they help reset your vestibular system and desensitize your eyes to motion, that's part of it. But also, stop freaking out. If you stop freaking out and you continue your walks the best you could, but don't overdo it, and come back home and sit down again, and don't go over your threshold, and you look at it from a therapeutic standpoint, eventually the eyes and the brain calm down and take over for your vestibular system. Your eyes take over for your vestibular system, and that's how it works. So your eyes are actually readjusting to all this shakiness that your brain and ears created between itself. Okay? So that's what vestibular therapy does. It desensitizes you to motion when it gives you they're giving you certain exercises. The therapist is giving you things to look at and move around and look at an object and move your eyes around that object so that your eyes begin to realize, oh, and it's getting back to normal. Oh, I don't see shakiness anymore because I've been doing it to myself so much with repetitions. It's like a workout. After a while, you become stronger and your eyes are just like, whatever. They're like, whatever. And I'm not freaking out, and I continued that, and I continued my walks, and I like boxing with my speed bag and, eye-hand coordination things, as you'll see in my other videos that also help me with the vestibular migraines, because I actually took what I learned from vestibular therapy and continued working on my eyes and everything, and after a while, just things look normal again. That's the good news. So let's stop creating this feeling of vertigo. Basically, vertigo is something we physically have, yes, but we're also creating a lot of it and keeping it going. That's the problem. Anxiety, we all know anxiety exasperates it. A lot of us are on a medication that resembles anxiety medication, or it is an anxiety medication that helps with this helps the vestibular system calm down. But to make it even more effective, or to be effective even if you're not taking medication right now, or whatever it is, we have to also work on calming our system down by taking it all in and not creating more chaos. Don't create more shakiness by hiding from the world. No, you go out there. If you don't want to go into a busy place in a busy store because it triggers you, don't. if you can't handle that right now. But handle things that you could handle. Take a walk down a quiet street on a sun-shining day like it is today, a nice sunshine day, and walk on your favorite quiet block, walk a few blocks and come back home until your eyes get readjusted. And don't create. I'm going to say it again. The word is create today. Today, the enemy word is create. Don't create. Don't create new problems for yourself in terms of shakiness and feeling like you're on a boat by not giving in to the anxiety and the feeling of, oh, look at that, look at this, oh my God, there's angles everywhere, I feel like I'm on an angle, I feel like everything is shaky, I feel like, don't say I feel like, just enjoy the moment. Live in that moment where you're just enjoying the sunshine of the day, looking at things. Stop to look at a tree and some birds or nice flowers that someone planted in their garden, and stop the shakiness for a second, and then stop in the middle of the sidewalk and look, and then continue walking and try it again, and continue walking and stop and walk at a slow pace. Do your little balance exercises on your walk for a moment outside, even if someone's looking at you and they think you look like you're crazy. No, whatever. I do my balance exercises. Even when I stopped in the middle of the street and I walked and I stopped again and I did my exercise, and I'm saying, oh, somebody looking at me. Go to a quiet block. Get yourself readjusted. And then just relax and stop thinking about vertigo. Stop thinking about the symptoms. And just feel normal again. And eventually your brain will go, okay, I see what's going on. And it'll stop creating more shakiness and chaos because it won't be so worried and nervous and hyperactive and hypersensitive, which also causes migraines. And that's all I could tell you guys. Don't create more chaos. Look at things like they're normal. Don't be scared of the way how things look so weird. Don't be scared of how distorted things look, because they do. They do right now. But we're recovering and they'll look normal again. Especially if we soothe ourselves, self-soothe. Eventually, like a crying baby who has to learn how to self-soothe, and the mother or father doesn't always pick up the baby right away. The baby actually learns to soothe its own nerves. And just enjoy the bottle, the bottle of formula or milk. Eventually, what I'm trying to say is, we're just going to be enjoying our meal in front of us, enjoying the sunshine, enjoying the day, eating outside somewhere, even where the ground is a little slanted, and we're not even going to feel it anymore because we're going to be adjusted, because we're not thinking so much like, oh, I'm on a slant, the ground is moving, oh my God, I'm getting shaky. No, you're just there. You're living in the moment. You're looking at your meal, your big ziti or whatever you got over there. Just enjoy the freaking sauce and cheese. Just enjoy life. Later, you'll recover.